I'm grateful to have experienced him, and I'm grateful that the world can see him for who he truly is, not the persona that most people saw him as for being, but for who he truly is.
In a case that gripped the nation, the shocking murder of renowned rapper Young Dolph continues to send shockwaves to the music industry and beyond. Today we go over some of the latest developments surrounding this tragic event that unfolded 2 years ago, as the spotlight turns to Marcus Johnson, the fourth suspect in the case. With negotiations between his attorney and the district attorney's office underway, the fate of Johnson hangs in the balance as the world eagerly awaits the resolution of this harrowing saga. Most of y'all know how the dealio went down with Dolph, but to refresh your memory real quick, on November 17, 2021, in broad daylight, a tragic incident unfolded at Makita's Homemade Butter Cookies on Airways Boulevard. Gunmen stormed the establishment, forever altering the life of Adolph Thornton Jr., widely known as Young Dolph. The chilling images circulated by the Memphis Police Department showed two thugs brandishing firearms, captured moments before the terrible act went down. Swiftly and without hesitation, the suspects approached the cookie store, quickly leaving their white Mercedes-Benz and unleashing a barrage of gunfire, claiming the life of Dolph in the process. The news of Dolph's death sent shockwaves through the community, drawing crowds of hundreds of people who gathered at the scene. Law enforcement authorities worked tirelessly to investigate the crime, ensuring that the area remained secure and preventing unauthorized access by individuals seeking to witness the aftermath. In response to the situation, Tennessee House Representative London Lamar and Memphis Councilman J.B. Smiley expressed their concerns and called for a curfew in Memphis. Their aim was to prevent potential civil unrest and acts of violence that might arise as a result of this tragic event. Their proactive stance aimed to maintain peace and order in the city during this trying time. The aftermath of this senseless act was revealed through an autopsy report obtained by the Commercial Appeal. The document unveiled the devastating extent of the injuries inflicted upon the 36-year-old rapper. Shockingly, Dolph sustained approximately 22 gunshots, scattered across his head, back, chin, neck, and both arms. These grim details obtained through a public records request in March serve as a stark reminder of the brutality and violence that unfolded on that fateful day. Comments online tell you all that you need to know. This was one hell of a tragedy. When someone comes from the bottom and makes it, someone else just cuts it down. Prayers for his family. I see why some people leave the hood and never turn back. This is the reason why. The city of Memphis took a huge step to honor the memory of Young Dolph by approving the renaming of a street in his honor. The street, located at the intersection of Dunn Avenue and Airways Boulevard, was officially changed to Adolph Young Dolph Thornton Jr. Avenue. This location holds particular significance as it's situated near Castelia Heights, where Dolph spent his childhood, and in close proximity to where he tragically lost his life. In February of 2022, two Tennessee lawmakers introduced a bill with the aim of designating November 17th as the Adolph Thornton Day of Service. This proposed holiday seeks to commemorate the day Dolph was killed by highlighting his philanthropic endeavors. The bill recognizes Dolph as an outstanding individual and emphasizes his commitment to enhancing the well-being of his community. It encourages the locals to follow in Dolph's footsteps by engaging in acts of service to assist others, celebrating his legacy through meaningful contributions to society. 1 year following the tragic shooting of Dolph, significant progress has been made in bringing those responsible to justice. Among the individuals implicated in his untimely death, one suspect was apprehended just shortly after the fatal incident took place. A 23-year-old dude named Justin Johnson was identified and had a first-degree murder warrant issued against him. Tennessee authorities offered a reward of up to $15,000 for info leading to Johnson's arrest. It was revealed that Johnson had a criminal history, including previous charges and connections to organized criminal gangs. You also might know him by the rap moniker Straight Drop. Then, a 32-year-old guy who goes by the name of Cornelius Smith was implicated in the case after being arrested for the theft of the vehicle used in Dolph's murder. On January 11th, Smith was indicted on charges of first-degree murder, weapons possession, and theft. On the same day, Johnson was captured by law enforcement in Indiana following over 500 tips that led to his arrest. Additionally, a passenger in the vehicle Johnson was driving, 27-year-old Shundell Barnett, was also taken into custody. Johnson and Smith were both indicted on first-degree murder charges and other criminal offenses on January 12th. Barnett, on the other hand, faced charges of being an accessory after the fact. Hernandez Govan, who was taken into custody on November 10th, emerged as the prime suspect in Dolph's murder. As stated by Shelby County District Attorney General Steve Mulroy, had orchestrated and initiated the solicitation of the fatal attack. He was the shot caller in this terrible case. In a surprising turn of events, The accused mastermind behind the conspiracy to murder Young Dolph has successfully posted bail and been released from jail within a remarkably short period of less than 12 hours after he was set by a judge. Govan, who has been indicted and pleaded not guilty to the murder charges in November of 2022, had been held without bond. Although Govan himself was not physically present in court on the hearing, his newly hired attorney, Manny Aurora, appeared before Judge Lee Coffey on his behalf. During the hearing, Judge Coffey granted Govan a bond of $90,000, subject to certain conditions. If Govan manages to post the bond, he'll be placed under house arrest and allowed to leave his residence only for medical purposes or when meeting with his attorney. Govan stands accused of recruiting his co-defendants Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith in the plot to kill Dolph. The decision to grant Govan bail was made based on the joint recommendation of the defense and prosecution, as communicated to Judge Coffey. While the specific reasons for the decision were not disclosed, Judge Coffey made it clear that he does not involve himself in investigating cases or delving into the particulars of the matter at hand. The leading prosecution in the Dolph murder case stated that the decision was made after considering new information about Govan's role and his medical condition. Importantly, the approval of Dolph's family was reportedly obtained before the bail was granted. In a consent order presented by both the defense and prosecution, 3 factors were cited as the basis for agreeing to the bail: a clearer understanding of Govan's alleged role in the conspiracy, concerns for the defendant's safety and medical well-being, and mutual agreement on the bond amount of $90,000. While expressing confidence in their ability to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt, the DA emphasized that there is no reason to doubt the validity of the indictment. Govan's defense attorney, Manny Aurora, known for representing high-profile clients like rappers Lil Durk and con woman Anna Delvey Sorokin, voiced his support for his client's plea of not guilty and affirmed his commitment to fighting the allegations. Some people online left a number of comments expressing concern of the possibility that the guys who took out Dolph might end up with less than what they truly deserve. Everybody screaming gang, 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 them folks come and get you. You going to tell on the whole gang. Young Dolph, long live the king of Memphis, 10. Man, no way they can walk away from this. Also, for the younger brother, it's best to say what it is so that your mother doesn't lose 2 children to life in prison. Still miss Dolph, and his kids would have benefited with such a brilliant mind as Dolph. Always repping for Dolph here in Brooklyn, New York.
Covering more breaking news right now, we've just learned of new trouble for one of the suspects in Young Dolph's murder. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office confirming to us that Justin Johnson is under investigation after he was allegedly caught with drugs and a phone inside the Shelby County Jail. It's not clear when that discovery was made. Johnson has been held at 201 Poplar since January of 2022.
In Memphis, Tennessee, one of the individuals accused of taking out Young Dolph, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, faces some additional trouble with the law. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office discovered drugs and a phone in his possession while he was in jail. The office did not disclose the specific drugs or when the contraband was found, but they are actively investigating the matter. This is not the first time that this dude got caught slacking. Previously, he had his phone privileges revoked after releasing a rap song using a jail phone in November of 2022. As we wrap up the intricate web surrounding the case of Young Dolph's tragic murder, recent developments have brought both relief and concern. Hernandez Govan, the man accused of conspiring to commit Dolph's murder, has been released on bond, leaving many questioning the decision and the potential implications it may have. Meanwhile, Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith, 2 other suspects charged in connection with the crime, remain held without bond as they await their court date. While justice may seem elusive in the wake of these contrasting outcomes, it's crucial to remember that these legal processes continue to unfold. The release of Govan on bond does not signify his innocence, but rather highlights the complexities inherent in the judicial system. The diligent efforts of law enforcement and prosecutors will persist in their quest to bring the truth to light and hold those responsible accountable. In conclusion, the case of Young Dolph's murder continues to unfold. As we navigate through the case, it becomes evident that the impact of Dolph's tragic loss extends beyond his music and fame, highlighting the pressing need for unity, community engagement, and a steadfast commitment to address the underlying issues plaguing our society. Let's remember Young Dolph's legacy and strive to create a safer and more just world in his honor. Thanks y'all for sticking with us until the very end. If you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And as always, at the end, remember to keep it RIZZLE.